This will literally be the most important video that I seriously recommend people pay attention to, because I'm going to show you what's going on right now with the Bitcoin price chart. We're going to take a look at many different charts. I might do this over a course of 2 videos. There's a lot to talk about, things that I'm looking for to make sure that we do not see things just come tumbling down even more. Show you places where you could be taking profits if the worst was to happen. If it sounds interesting, drop the like, stick around. Like, seriously, stick around. Like, if you've got money in this game, in this space, you're going to want to pay attention to this video. I'm going to be showing you these 2 charts here, the Gaussian channel, and this is sort of like the weekly time frame with moving averages on. This orange line here, which I'm going to make thicker, is the 50-week moving average. It's considered to be one of the most popular average lines, where if we break it, sometimes it could be a very bad thing. So actually, we'll start with this, right? As it stands, again, we're looking at this Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. This has only just begun. It's Monday, right? So take that into consideration. Actually, you know what? Before I even go further, I highly recommend, now is probably the most important time to consider becoming a Patreon, because if you're going to need to know when to sell and actually come out of this market in decent profits, they've been seeing my sell alerts over the last few months, which date right back to January when it was sort of at this high peaks, right? Become a Patreon. The link is in the info section. More than ever now is probably the best time to understand where you are, and you can see what I'm doing so you can be prepared if things are about to get even more ugly. It's entirely up to you. Do what you want, but this one right here unlocks all my posts you'll see when I'm buying, when I am selling, when I'm doing anything. It unlocks everything. It doesn't matter about the rest right now. Just pay attention to that one, right? Let's take a look at this. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. We have 7 days. And I seriously believe within the next 7 days, by come next Monday, we're going to have a decision on what's going on with this market. Either this was the top right here, or this can come back above this orange line and we can potentially see a further side up. What would I like to happen? Well, of course, I would like to see over these next 7 days, this red line be brought back up and we see a wick. This is just like a wick. We cannot fall below the 50-week moving average, because every time we've fallen below, and you can see here, look, in the last one, right? This is where I took profits before in the last more March, right? When I said to you about the time capsule video, when you can see here, there was a massive drop down here. We fell below the 50-week here, but it was a wick, and the wick got brought back up, which allowed us to continue rallying, right? But if we get at least a few candles closed, and this is all based on coming down on a downward trend, right? Not on the way up, on the way down, because you've had your run up. Now we're starting to turn around and come down. If we get at least 2 to 3 candles on the way down, this is ugly, guys. If we break this orange line, 2 to 3 candles, eventually we're going to pierce this blue line and come crashing down. And it's always been made true in every single cycle, even with this C19 event. Before you even saw the COVID thing happen, we saw it break this orange line, and I will zoom in so you can see. It broke this orange line. We had at least 2 to 3 candles underneath, hovering on this blue line. Even if it came back up, that was a tell sign of the weakness in the market, that something devastating is going to come. And then many months later, bang, it came crashing down. Again, we're talking about weekly time frames. Every candle is a week's worth of action. Here's your break. So look at this, just so you can understand what I'm really trying to get with here, right? This scenario, it fell below the orange line. We had one confirmed candle underneath, if you like, because what happened here was you get your first candle down, you get your actual first confirmed candle, and then on the second candle we go back up, right? But even then, that's still weak enough to say, look, we're in a downwards trend. Look, because if you look what happened, it sort of came down, came above, fell back down again. So that's still weak. We can't break below this 50-week moving average line, this orangey yellow line. 3 candle, at least 2 to 3 candles under tells me that's it. We are, guys, eventually we're going to come down to this blue line and we're going to pierce through it. It's going to get ugly and we will be coming down to this purple line, purpley pink. If you want to see where this is in the future, stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to show you where this line leads to and how low Bitcoin could really go if we are in a disgusting bear market. Now, let me take you back here real quick. So I'm burping. Look, 2013 cycle all the way through to 2014, we finally, and this is again not coming up, there's your parabolic run, coming down into it and then touching these lines. You can see here, look, we saw a wick underneath, and then we obviously came back up and we came back above. This was all good, but this was your clean example of 1, 2, 3 candles underneath, which then caused a devastating drop. We got to this blue line, we went straight through it, and then again eventually just come tumbling down. So it's a must that we stay above this orange line, because that's the significant line with any moving average. You break the 50-week, then that's it. You're seeing signs of like devastation. So take a look at this, right? I want to see Bitcoin come back above and hold support on, well, you can see here, this orange yellow line on the right-hand side says 77,500. Bitcoin must remain above 77,500 based on this. And these moving averages are going to move on the daily. If it doesn't, and it continues to print more candles down, expect us to come to this blue line. And then over the coming months, expect us to just come tumbling down to here, which is right now, I was supposed to show you at the end, it's about $40,000, $41,500. At the worst case, this orange line, $35,000. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen straight away. There's no need to panic straight away because, again, weekly candles. I mean, if you just look from here to here, like this section took from here to here, look, 238 days. So we will have time until we see things. Take a look at this. It's the Gaussian channel. We cannot enter this, guys. We're starting to pierce through it and enter it. So I really hope you're taking this video serious. We're starting to enter it here. What do I want to see? What's good enough to say, okay, you know, well, as long as that happens, but nothing more. And again, weekly time frame. There was no entering here. There was no wicks going through here. We did once see a wick on the way down. Let's have a quick look here, right? So on the way down, so we had our first massive rally up. We come crashing down, and just this segment here, just this candle right here, we did see price action come down, and we saw wick into the Gaussian channel, right? That's the worst we can have is a wick, but the body of the candle must come back above, because if we enter this channel with at least one confirmed candle, right? This was like come down, it came back up, come down, and here was your confirmed candle. Then just kiss this market goodbye. It's done. Too much sell pressure, too much devastation in the stock market, too much of everything, which has just caused it to just be weak and lose control. Everybody becomes weak, everybody loses control, everybody panics. I mean, I don't even know what the fear and greed is right now, but I'm pretty sure the market is panicking. Let's just have a quick look. Extreme fear, which usually is the best time to buy. People don't want to buy stuff when you're in extreme fear. Remember that. But yeah, I need to see this come back above. I need to see, well, the top of it is about 77,814. I need to see this price come back above 77,500. If Bitcoin can get above 77,500, and then we start to see positive candles above, then I believe that we are still on to reaching this target up here, which is the $122,000. I'm going to show you this and this in the next video. Stick around, because it talks about giving us a second chance. If you missed that, you're going to want to pay attention. If it was helpful, drop the like, give me a subscribe. I need to get this out quick. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to show you another video which is going to talk about this and this, just to give you another insight. This one's better because it's on the 3-day time frame. Prepares you a bit more, right? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers. Never be defeated.